It's week 1 of the National Football League. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cowboys and the reigning Super Bowl champs. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans.
Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints.
With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived, CD. It's time to begin a new NFL season.
Partner, there's no hiding my excitement as I got ready this morning. I could not wait to get here for this game. Imagine what it's like out there on the field for those players, though. OTAs, training camp, preseason has all led to this moment when they officially kick this one off to get the season underway.
McPherson has this one teed up,
and we are underway from the Superdome.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll set up to throw. And that's caught at the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw.
Completes and Mooney on the slant. And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Cowboys are on the board here first in the season opener.
Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive and a 9-yard run on the end of it. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure. And he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
He'll keep it himself.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
That's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the...
Who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he stopped immediately there.
It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 16. 17 yards on the play here. The clock continues.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a quarterback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down.
Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They're going to look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Here's the option play now to the left. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. These two teams all tied after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year when he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. They'll look to throw here.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 36 yards.
And the Cowboys have moved out in front.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One play drive and into the end zone for 6. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter. But you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm going to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to.
He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. 56 yards.
And the Saints are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that as he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to it.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I can't imagine this defense thought they'd see a play like this on 3rd and short. If you're going to beat a defense deep, you got to catch them when they're not expecting it. That was the perfect time to do it, and it paid off big.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Second and 13. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Alontae Taylor. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage. And that throw had no shot.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And that is no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. That's a staple in this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. It off out of the gun, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Cowboys 18-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 4 yards on the play, and that will lead us into the 2-minute warning. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here, and just load up for it and see what happens.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now. They'll try to run this one in, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list.
And the Saints will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. McPherson on for the point after.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. They'll drop to throw. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on 1st down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans.
A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints will extend their lead here just before halftime. Good throw there. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And incomplete on the deep ball. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And the Panthers are out in front as they play the second quarter. Justin Herbert has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see there it's the visiting Colts who have the lead in that one. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And it's the visiting L.A. Chargers who have the lead in that one at halftime. Ezekiel Elliott, a touchdown run in that first half. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cowboys. And not much went right in those first two quarters. You can see
All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, you always hate to see injuries, especially tough here in Week 1. Just hoping this is nothing serious. We'll take a quick timeout. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 31-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
11 yards there, 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
If they have 3 tight ends in that formation, that's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 3 yards out.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw.
Left side to Lamb.
He's at the 40. 20. Touchdown, Cowboys.
CeeDee Lamb.
77 yards.
And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the 2nd half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The New Orleans offense set to take over. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is going to have a Saints first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
In motion left goes a tight end. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And this one too low.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
Back to throw again. This will be caught by Brown. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Olave over the middle.
And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone, 1st down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Touchdown! A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Saints have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
2nd and 4.
he'll go right back to Lamb.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. On the move to his left.
That is caught by Lamb.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back now here live in New Orleans. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
That's caught again by Schultz.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. This likely a must-have, 3rd and goal.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one's going to wind up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Saints will have the football back. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
62 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. This offense on 3rd down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. And he's got his man on the out route. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25. Now he'll try to run with this.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Back to throw here. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Draymond Jones. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Back to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And McPherson on for the extra point.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. They'll drop to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
This has been a rough one to put it mildly for him, but after this one's done, he just
just feel like in the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Out of the gun now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. That one looks like he'll throw here. Rolling to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A really nice gain of 20.
Carter, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looking to throw. He finds Austin complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They'll set up to throw.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and 2. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the Saints, it's a fantastic start as they roll to a blowout victory here in the season opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat.
And they will be back home next week for a date with one.